You might think women play games with silence, mixed signals, or suddenly pulling away. But the truth? The game starts much earlier, long before any obvious actions. It begins with just 4 simple words, words so soft, so innocent, that most men never question them. And that's exactly why they're so powerful. Almost every man has heard these words, yet almost no one truly understands what they reveal. If you've ever found yourself waiting, overthinking, hoping for clarity, or chasing her attention, chances are these words were used on you, not to inform you, but to shape your behavior quietly, without you even realizing it. Women don't just act, they test, quietly, subtly, strategically. Every phrase, every tiny word is a probe. She's measuring how far you'll bend, how much you'll chase, and how easily you'll give up your standards. That's the hidden game behind the soft words you think are harmless. In this video, I'm breaking down the key 4 words women say right before they pull you into a dynamic where she holds the power and you lose control. Once you see them for what they really are, you'll understand why most men get played, and more importantly, how to stop falling into the trap entirely. But here's what most men miss. Women rarely start with obvious actions, ignoring you, giving mixed signals, or pulling away. They start with language, carefully chosen words that shape your emotions, your thoughts, and your decisions, without ever lifting a finger. And the hidden question behind every one of these tiny words? How far can I test you, guide you, or control you, without you even noticing it? Before we dive into the first word, imagine this. You think you're just texting, just chatting, just spending time, but every small word she says is quietly shaping your thoughts, your reactions, your value in her eyes. You don't see it yet, but the game has already begun. Now let's reveal the subtle first word she uses to pull you into her subtle power dynamic. And sign 1, busy. What she's really saying. You hear it all the time. I've been so busy lately. Most men take it at face value. They think she's drowning in work, life, or stress. But the truth is, busy is rarely about her schedule. It's about testing you. When she says she's busy, she's not counting hours. She's watching you. Every delayed reply, every vague excuse, every moment she doesn't answer is information. She's measuring how much you'll chase her, how long you'll wait, and how easily you'll compromise your standards just to stay in her orbit. Here's what most men never notice. When a woman truly wants you, she doesn't vanish. She finds small ways to make time, even if it's just 2 minutes for a text or a voice note. But when she's testing you, she shows up just enough to keep you hoping, and just enough to make you wonder where you stand. Imagine texting her good morning, hours pass, no reply. At lunch, still nothing. By evening, a cute emoji or small warm message appears. Your brain lights up, you feel rewarded, but the reward isn't about her feelings. It's about seeing how far you'll bend, how much you'll chase, how willing you are to wait without question. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement, the same mechanism that keeps people addicted to slot machines. So how do you break the trap of busy? You don't argue, beg, or over-explain. You reduce access, match her distance without hostility. Withdraw your attention from the small, inconsistent bursts she's giving. When you do this, the power shifts. She's competing for your presence, not the other way around. When a woman truly wants you, she finds time. When she says she's busy repeatedly, she's testing your boundaries. The moment you stop reacting and anchor yourself in your own standards, you take back control completely. Sign 2, maybe, the soft cage. She texts with a smile. Maybe, I'll let you know. At first it sounds harmless, even polite. Most men hear it as a possibility, a soft promise of a future plan. But maybe is not a doorway. It's a holding pattern. It keeps you circling while she decides if you're worth her time or if someone else already has her attention. Every time you wait, soften your tone, or try to appear patient, you're giving her more control. Imagine asking her out for Saturday. She drops a maybe and disappears for 48 hours. Meanwhile, she's posting stories, laughing in a car that isn't yours, living life without you. Most men convince themselves, "I'll wait, patience pays off." But to her, your waiting isn't respect, it's compliance. You're proving you'll stick around without her having to commit. So how do you break free from maybe? Treat it like a closed door. Not with anger, not with drama, but with clarity. Something simple, like, "Let me know when you're sure." Then step back. Stop scheduling your life around her uncertainty. Stop proving yourself to someone who hasn't chosen you. The magic happens the moment you refuse to wait. She can't cage a man who refuses to be trapped. Suddenly, she must decide, commit, or lose access entirely. You're no longer living in her timeline. You're living on your own, and that's when the dynamic shifts completely. Sign 3, friend, the emotional downgrade. Every man remembers the moment she looks at him with a soft smile, tilts her head, and says, "You're such a good friend." It feels harmless, even flattering. But inside that single word lies one of the sharpest downgrades a woman can give without ever sounding cruel. When she calls you friend, she's not bonding with you romantically. She's labeling you. Women categorize men faster than most realize. Within minutes of meeting, she places you in one of 4 boxes: the man she feels attraction for, the man she respects, the man she can use, and the man she can confide in without choosing. Friend is that last box. It means you are safe but not desired, valued but not chosen, present but not claimed. Imagine staying up late answering her messages, listening to her vent about work, stress, or heartbreak. You give comfort, advice, emotional support. You think this closeness builds intimacy. What you don't see is that she leaves feeling lighter and then turns to another man for excitement or romantic connection. You've become her emotional outlet, but not her choice. Attraction doesn't grow from service. It grows from distance, direction, and self-respect. The more you give without boundaries, the more you erase the polarity that makes her see you as a man rather than a support system. Escape the friend zone not by trying harder, but by reducing access. Stop replying instantly. Stop absorbing her drama. Stop playing the role she assigned you without consent. The moment you remove the access she relied on, her emotional pattern breaks. Suddenly, she sees you not as a cushion, but as a man with structure, self-respect, and boundaries. Sign 4. Soon, the future that never comes. Few words keep a man stuck longer than this one. She says things like, "We'll hang soon," or "I'll text you soon." At first, it sounds optimistic, gentle, promising, but soon is the most sophisticated stall tactic she can use when she wants to keep you in her orbit without offering you a place in her world. Soon pacifies hope. It keeps you emotionally invested while she keeps her options open. Imagine asking when she's free. She smiles through text and says, "Let's plan something soon." A week passes, then 2. Suddenly, 21 days have gone by, and the only plan you have is that dusty message sitting in your thread. Meanwhile, she's out living life, meeting people, exploring possibilities that don't include you. Most men interpret vagueness as patience, patience as virtue, but hope without evidence isn't loyalty, it's self-abandonment. She isn't investing in you, she's keeping the door cracked just enough so she could step through if she wants, but never enough for you to step in. You've become her backup plan. So how do you break free from soon? You withdraw from the fog. You demand clarity, not with emotion, but through action. The moment she says soon, you step back, not angrily, not dramatically, but decisively. A real future has a date, a time, a plan, something tangible. If it doesn't exist, it's not your future. It's a placeholder she's using to manage your expectations. The shift is powerful. The moment you stop accepting vague promises, you stop being the man she can indefinitely delay. She either steps forward and commits, or she steps out entirely. Respect enters the dynamic naturally because you're no longer waiting on her timeline. You're living on your own. She may try to delay a man who follows her pace, but she never delays a man who sets his own. These 4 words, busy, maybe, friend, soon, Don't reveal her schedule, her intentions, or her feelings. They reveal your reaction. Every time she drops one of these words, she's observing how you handle uncertainty, distance, and ambiguity. The real danger isn't the words themselves. It's how quickly you surrender your position when you hear them. Busy makes you chase, maybe makes you wait, friend makes you serve, soon makes you hope. But the moment you stop reacting and start observing, everything changes. You move from reacting to leading, from seeking reassurance to creating it, from needing clarity to generating it through action. Women don't respect a man who relies on them for certainty. They respect the man who carries certainty within himself. The moment you stop letting those 4 words control your emotions, you take back the power you thought she had. You become the man she must choose intentionally or lose completely.